Hello, hello, hello. I'm Alucard Night Raven. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to my next Legacy review. And today I'm looking at the core class Iguanus. And this isn't too bad. For the core classes, I'm mainly going after the new molds of characters from previous lines. Like this is an updated mold of the Pretender Iguanus, where he looks like the shell but transforms into kind of the bike that the inner robot transformed into. It's that whole idea, but I'm not going for like Hot Rod or Skywarp or anything like that because like I have the bigger versions of those. I don't need the core class, so only specific core class figures for me. I know there's some who go for all of it, but I don't, and that's just how I am personally. Like I prefer a newer mold, unless it's like a repaint of a character from G1 or any of the other legacy lines, I guess we'll call them now. That character, look like just with those specific colors, but here we have core class Iguanus. So let's take a look at his box. And it's a little tiny box. We can see his motorcycle mode on the top here. See again that open window. I've ranted enough about that. You guys know how I feel about that. Iguanus, Transformers Legacy, Transformers, Cartomi, Generations. Picture of bot mode. And here we got core class in 5 different languages. On this side, that awesome Decepticon artwork of Wave 1. And I'm just going to keep calling that. I'm hoping that Wave 2 has different artwork. It just would make more sense, but I just have a feeling that it's just going to be this artwork for Legacy, which is like, okay. On the bottom, we've got all different kinds of words and stuff of what's in it in many different languages. On the slight top underneath the hook card, whatever you want to call this top part of the box, the packaging, Transformers Legacy, and on the back, product shots of Iguanus. 15 steps. Warning, small parts, do not eat anything in this, and he fell over. And more words and stuff along with our barcode. So there is the box for Iguanus, and here we have Iguanus in his motorcycle mode, and he can stand up on these wheels. It's just you got to have a truly flat surface. Right now there we go. So he can stand up on those wheels, but let's take a look. Well, let's first look at, he does roll very well. You can hear them wheels just rolling, but not too bad. It's definitely like an interesting take on the Pretender Iguanus Interbot motorcycle mode. More updated take. Definitely looks a little better. You can see, it's definitely unique. It's pretty neat. We've got the weapon on top here, and I do understand, like, by not going for Hot Rod and Skywarp, I'm not going to have the other two parts to plug them together, and I'm fine with that. Personally, I'm fine with that. I just want new figures for my collection. Everybody else who goes for like all in, awesome. That's the nice thing about being a collector. We all have things we like to do and things we don't like to do with our collection. But see, nice purple. We got some gold, or actually more of a bronze gold mix type of color. Looks really good. Got some red in there and a little bit of black. You can see how everything kind of plugs in and doesn't look too bad. Of course, this weapon can come out, and there you have it, just like that. But per the instructions, you just plug it in on top. But I'm gonna unplug it now for the moment. You can see the Decepticon symbol. We got this nice off-white, kind of an eggshell white color here. Looks really good. There's the bottom. There's from the front. The colors look really good with this guy. The back and this other side. So, yeah. So let's get into transformation. Transformation's pretty easy. In its core class, of course it's easy, but we're going to unplug the feet, and there's these holes here that are going to plug into these posts on either side. So unplug the foot. So there's that, and then we're going to untab the legs, and this tab plugs in there on either side. And with that, we can straighten them out, straighten out the foot. We want to rotate the foot and rotate the lower leg. Same thing on this side. Straighten everything out, rotate, and rotate. And there's that for the moment. So now what we're going to do, we're going to untab the arms from the two posts on either side here, and then we untab the arms from in here. So it's right here is going to tab in to this tab right there. So you kind of see when I unplug this. So there's that. Now we can bring the arms down like this, and the final bits we want to do. So we're gonna take this one, straighten it out like this. Take this one, straighten it up like this, and then we'll rotate the waist till it's straight. Straighten up, make sure everything's straight where it needs to be for that as well. Untab this part, and there's these little tabs right here that are going to tab in to these slots right here, and then we untab it from the head. Now the first time you transformed it, I thought I was going to break it, but you gotta it's going to take a bit of pressure, and these slots right here are going to kind of tab into the back horns on the back of his head in a way. So it just lines up, but yeah, the first time I thought I was going to break it. Now we're going to bring it down, and it's going to line up there, and then these tabs are going to plug in on either side with these. So we want to make sure that we're all lined up. And the last thing is we're going to rotate the lower parts of his arms till they're straight, and here we have Iguanus in his robot mode. Looks pretty good. It's a pretty nice update of his Pretender self from, I think it's 1988. I know there's been a few reviews on YouTube, one by Patriot Prime. I watched that recently, so it was nice seeing one of them older figure reviews. Love catching up on those, but there is Iguanus in his robot mode. And it looks good. It is an excellent, newer rendition of his Pretender self. Just instead of having a Pretender shell, he's the full-on bot and everything. So let's raise up again, so we can take a look at the head. You can see big old purple reptile head, yellow eyes. Got some red here now, along with this sort of bronze gold mix color. Some more of that eggshell white or off-white. Black on the forearms, purple legs, a little bit of gold on the knees, purple feet. Backpack folds up really nice. I do like how this looks. It actually kind of reminds me on the original toy where the inner robot, you could take the weapon that was the wheels on one single piece, even though they didn't spin like these ones do. They were solid wheels, but you could put it on the back of the inner robot. So that's what this kind of reminds me of. So they took a lot of cues from the Pretender shell and the inner robot to give us this Iguanus, and I think that is awesome. It just shows the love for all the different Transformers across all the lines that they're doing. I know a lot of people are not too happy about Cybertron Metroplex being a Titan. I'm personally happy about it. I love the Prime Universe bulkhead, the Prime Universe RC. Great updates with more stylized looks. Cybertron Metroplex, so happy to see that, because to me that means we're going to get more Cybertron Universe characters. Along with the Beast Wars era Iguanus. I know we're getting Tarantulas. I'm really looking forward to that one. But Articulation, head, it's on a ball joint, but you don't really get much. Just some side to side. He doesn't really look up too much or down too much. Arms come out that far. Can do a full 360, but this backpack kind of gets in the way. But you can get it all the way. Elbows on a ball joint, so we don't have a full-on bicep swivel, but elbows on a ball joint, so we get all different movement there, and we get, because of the ball joint, just slightly over 90 on his elbow. We do have waist due to transformation. He can kick forward, that far. He can kick back, only about that far. Can kick out only that far, so no full Van Damme with this guy. Knee, a little over 90. Again, since it's a ball joint here, you could say we get a little bit of thigh here, and then we get all different here for the knee. Foot is on a ball joint, so we get full rotation there. We've got that much ankle pivot and that way too. So yeah, it can get some pretty decent poses with this little guy. And of course, he can hold his weapon. And just get him standing up here. Get this, and then this little post right here is going to plug into his hand. Whoops. Just like that. And there he is, holding his weapon. And let's get him standing up straight here. So yeah, so there we have Iguanus. We don't want you looking like, why you got your arm sticking out all the way there, huh, fella? But there we have Legacy Iguanus, and great update to the Pretender figure. I love it. I think it looks great. I am definitely happy with this. He's gonna go on my sort of season 3, season 4 miscellaneous shelf. Until I get a shelf that's straight up miscellaneous, as well as season 4 miscellaneous. It's sort of difficult on that right now. With my War for Cybertron and now Legacy characters that I have on those shelves, where I have them split with Siege on both sides has its own shelf as pre-Earth. Then I've got Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, along with some miscellaneous in there that's actually from Headmasters. And then I've got Kingdom and some miscellaneous on there because of the fossilizers and the Golden Disc ones that were released. So, but other than that, getting back to Iguanus, I definitely recommend him. He's not that bad of a figure. It's a really nicely done core class. Definitely worth it. Looks great. And if you really love the Pretender shells the way they were, but you wanted that Pretender shell itself to be the Transformer, then here you go. There's exactly how this one is. And personally, like I said, I love it. But that's going to be it for me. So I hope seeing this figure helps you decide one way or the other if you want to get him or not. Again, if it's completely up to you. That's the nice thing about being our personal collections, is it's the things we personally like as collectors, as different people, So I always love seeing someone's collection, even if they got figures that I don't like, but they like. That's awesome. think that's one of the greatest things. I may have figures that they're not gonna like, or some that but I like them. You know, that's what our fandom needs, is more coming together and not trashing each other because you like a specific series, or even if you like the movie lines. Personally, I think the movie lines are trash. I don't like the looks, but that's me. Some, that's what introduced them to Transformers. So awesome. I'm glad that was something to bring you into Transformers. My oldest child is 16, and she was introduced with Beast Wars because I was watching Beast Wars. I didn't have G1 available at the time to show her, so but I had Beast Wars episodes, and that's what introduced her. So she has a love for Beast Wars, as do I, and then got her in G1, and now the way she puts it is the day, many years, decades down the line, when I leave this world, the masterpiece figures go to her because she loves them. So she's like always happy to see when I get a new one. But again, getting back to Iguanus, I hope this helps you decide one way or the other if you get him or not. And that is going to be it for me. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.